Hey friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel, The Budgeting Biologist. My name is Brittany. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping on my little old video. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. For my video today, I will be doing a budget with me for the month of June. So if you're interested in that type of content, please consider liking, commenting, and then of course, subscribing to the channel. I would really appreciate it. And with that, let's hop straight into the video. All right, guys, so I think it's been a while since I've done a budget with me, and I decided to do one this month because June is going to be a really crazy month for me. I'm starting a new job and moving. So I just want to make sure I at least have a handle on my finances going into a really crazy period. So I used to think that budgeting was, complicated or had to be complicated in order for you to stick to it. And what I've realized, watching other videos and creating, my own content is that budgeting really can be simple, and it really does help you stick to, your financial goals. And that is why I budget and why I started my channel in the first place. So I really want to show in this video that you can make a really simple budget and, get a hold of your finances. It doesn't have to be complicated. So let's go ahead and jump straight into it. All right, so I always start off with listing my incomes. And for the month of June, I will be having 3 different incomes. This is not normal. July moving forward, I'll either have 1 income or 2, depending on that if I'm teaching. But for June, I will have 3. So my first income will be from my current job. Now, at my current job, I actually get paid a month behind. So I will get my May stipend in June. And after taxes, all that good stuff, that amount's going to be $4,840 for my main income from my current job. Now, my new job, I'm not exactly sure how much I'm gonna get paid exactly, but if I do some estimates, it's gonna be around $2,400 for my first paycheck for my new job. Now, I do wanna mention a couple things. One, at my new job, I am going to be getting paid on a semi-monthly basis. At my previous job, I got paid on a monthly basis, so this is why this value is only $2,400. 2, at my previous job, or my current job, I guess I should be saying because I'm still there, I don't get retirement and I don't have to pay FICA taxes, which is Social Security and Medicaid. Sorry, not Medicaid, but Medicare. And that is because at my current job, I'm something called a postdoc, which is, how can I say this, not a actual employee at my institution. I'm in a training position and I actually get a stipend, not a paycheck. So that's what I've been getting paid this entire time. And the $4,840 will be my last stipend paycheck. And that money is not subject to FICA, which again is Social Security and Medicare. And I also didn't get retirement. So my new job, I do have to pay FICA, and I am a part of my company's 401k. And I decided to go ahead and max out my 401k because, for the last 2 years, I haven't been getting retirement. So I decided to go ahead and max out my 401k. So that will change the take-home amount that I'm, gonna have each month. And I'm just, kind of gonna roll with that. So because I'm putting away a lot more money towards retirement than I had previously, that is going to change how much I'm putting towards my personal savings account. Or at least I think it will, but we'll see as we go through this budget. So anyways, that's just a long way of saying my semi-monthly income for my new job is going to be about $2,400 after taxes and maxing out my 401k. And then my last income, and this will be the last time for a while I'll be getting this income, is my teaching income. I do teach at my local community college on the side, and our final paycheck for the spring semester is going to be in June, and that's going to be about $260. So if I add all of my incomes up for the month, it's going to be, what is that, 4,840 plus 2,400 plus about 260. And that gives me with a total of $7,500 I'm gonna be getting paid this month. And again, it's just an estimate for how much my new salary is going to be. So it could be a little bit more, a little bit less, but I think 2,400 is a good estimate. So this is how much total I am expecting to take home for income this month. All right, so when I budget, and I think this is financial advice that I've heard a number of different financial gurus give, is that when you get your paycheck, the first thing you want to do is pay yourself. And this is something that I am a true believer in. Pay yourself first and then attempt to live off everything else. Now, of course, this is going to be different for everybody. I don't care if you're only putting $10 away to savings or $10 away to retirement. It doesn't really matter. You just want to pay yourself something first, right? Invest in yourself. So I'm going to go down here to my saved money. And I will still be maxing out my Roth IRA, even though I am now getting a 401k and my company matches up to 10%. So of my what I'm putting aside, my company matches up to 10%. So even though I'm getting that, I'm still gonna max out my IRA this year. So that means I'm gonna be putting away $500 total in my IRA this year. For my house fund, I think I'm still gonna put away the full $1,000, saving a full $1,000. This is for a down payment for me and my boyfriend to possibly buy a house next year. We've agreed to put away $1,000 a month in a savings account to pay for a down payment. And then for my personal savings this month, I will be putting aside the full $1,000 towards my personal savings account, but that could change in July. But for right now, I'm gonna stick to the full $1,000, which is what I've been doing for this year. So if we add all this up, means that I will be putting away $2,500 total towards my savings and Roth IRA this month. All right, so now let's go ahead and move on to our fixed and variable expenses. So I'm starting off with rent, and my rent is going to be a lot of money this month because the lease on our new apartment starts June 1st, and my lease on my current apartment doesn't end until the end of June. So I'm actually gonna be paying two different apartment rents this month, but of course that will change in July. It just is what it is. We were so worried about not being able to find an apartment that we liked, that when we did find one that we liked and that was available and within our budget, we just went ahead and signed the lease, even though we had to do it a month early. It's okay, you know, luckily I'm getting paid a good amount of income this month, and my boyfriend also got a new job and has savings, so we are able to afford the double amount of rent we're basically gonna be paying. All right, so if I'm calculating how much rent I'm gonna be owing for this month, at the new apartment, my portion of the rent is going to be $920. So that is what I'm gonna be paying for rent moving forward. Plus my half of the amenity fee. I don't know if you guys know this or if you've had to get an apartment in the last couple years or so, but basically all the apartments now you have to pay an amenity fee to pay for the pool and fitness center and stuff that you may or may not use. Whatever, it is what it is. And ours is $200, so I'm gonna owe half of that, which is $100. And then the rent at my current apartment, the one I'm still living in, is of course $1,403. Which means in total, let me add that up one more time. Which means in total for this month, I'm gonna be paying $2,403 $423 for rent this month. And then of course, moving forward in July, I'm actually only going to be paying $920. So, I'm really happy that my rent's gone down dramatically. But, I do have a little bit of sticker shock for the month of June. But it is what it is. All right, so internet, I'm going to be paying my last month of internet for my apartment, and that is going to be $55.89. My cell phone bill is $37.70. Sorry, I do kind of have to squeeze, the writing because this box is kind of small, but it is what it is. Apple is, for me, Apple Music Student plus my iCloud storage, and that is $6.28. Now, for household this month, I'm still only going to be setting aside $10, even though I'm going to be moving in with my boyfriend. Him and I have not decided how much we're going to put towards like household and groceries, but what we have decided is that how we've decided to, kind of split our living expenses now that we're going to be living together is we opened up a joint Capital One 360 checking account, and our plan is basically to auto deposit money in that account that will pay for rent, utilities, groceries, and household expenses, and then all of the rest of our money is our money. So we haven't figured out what that's going to be yet, and I think we're actually just going to start in July. So I'm gonna stick with my old values for June and then adapt as we move throughout the month, but I'm just gonna stick with my old values for now. Eating out, I'm still gonna be setting aside $75 for eating out. Now, gas is something that is also changing this month. Normally, I set aside only $40 a month for gas because at my job that I'm leaving, they pay for our transit. So either if you take the bus or the train, they pay for that. They cover that amount of money. So I really don't drive that often. So I was only having to put away about $40 a month for gas. But at my new job, I will be working from home 4 days a week and then coming into the office one day. And now I don't get transit benefits or anything like that. In addition to that, I'm moving. So I'm gonna be driving in between my old apartment and my new apartment a couple of different times. So for the month of June, I think I'm gonna put away $80 for gas this month. So I think that should be able to carry me throughout the month for the move and having to drive into my office 1 day a week. I think $80 should be good. I have a small car and I don't live that far away from where I'm gonna be working. So I think $80 a month should be good. Groceries, I'm gonna stick to putting away $200. Personal, we are going to be sticking to $70. Spending and giving, I'm going to be sticking to the $50 I normally put away. $40 for spending and then $10 for giving. And then laundry, I'm also going to be keeping the same at $10. Our new apartment has an in-unit washer and dryer, so that'll be really nice. So this category will probably be going away, and instead I'll put this money towards the water bill. So at my current apartment, I don't have to pay utilities. They're all rolled into my rent. But at the new one, we have to pay water, sewer, and electric. So I am gonna have to shuffle around some of these envelopes come July. But for right now, I'm still gonna put $10 towards laundry. My beauty envelope, I will be doing the normal $50. My alcohol envelope, $20 actually worked really well for me in the month of May. So I'm just going to be sticking to $20 for that. Date night and going out, I'm going to leave this at $200. Now, I did think for a minute, let me go ahead and drop this back down to $100. But I like the fact that when I allow myself to have a little bit more money, I'm less likely to go over. I hope that makes sense. Like, what was happening previously was I was, giving myself $100 a month for date night and going out, and almost always going over. And I feel really bad about that. So I'm gonna leave it at 200, even though I don't think I'm gonna be going out a lot in the month of June, just because starting a new job and I'm moving. And I do have like a wedding to go to, but I'm not counting that a part of, going out and things like that. But just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna leave at $200. And then Nutrafol, which are the hair vitamins I take, are $79 a month. So I'm gonna add up how much all my fixed and variable expenses are for the month of June, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, so in total for the month of June, my fixed and variable expenses are going to be $3,366.87. I'm gonna round that to the nearest dollar, which would be $3,367. All right, so now that we've taken care of the things that we just need to basically live, I'm gonna go ahead and kind of add all this up to see how much money we have left over that we can put towards our sinking funds and savings challenges. So I'm starting off with a total amount of income of $7,500. And from that, I'm gonna first subtract what I'm putting away toward savings. And that leaves us with $5,000. And then if we take the $5,000 we have left over from paying ourselves and then subtract what we are putting towards our fixed and variable expenses, that leaves us with $1,633 left over that we can put towards our sinking funds and savings challenges. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to those sinking funds first, and then we'll wrap up with the savings challenges. So for Christmas, I think for this month, I'm gonna be setting aside $20 for Christmas. Gifts, I'm going to be sticking to $100 for gifts, because I do have some events coming up. I mentioned a wedding, I have a baby shower, and then I think I have like another wedding sometime in the fall. So, and this envelope got depleted from my boyfriend stuff and Mother's Day, and then also Father's Day is coming up too. So yeah, let me do $100 for gifts. Car maintenance, I'm gonna be doing $20. Brittany, which is my own personal sinking fund, I think I'm gonna do $50. Car insurance is going to be $88. Electronics, I think I'm going to do $50. Even though I don't think I'm gonna need anything soon, I'm still gonna leave it at $50. Vacation is going to be getting $100. My future envelope will also be getting $100. YouTube and Shop Small, I think I'm gonna do $10 each into those. And then medical, I think I'm going to be doing $30. All right, so let's go ahead and add this up. So we have 20 plus 100 plus 20 plus 50 plus 88 plus 50 plus 100 plus 100 plus 10 plus 10 plus 30. And that leaves us with $578. But let me add this one more time and I'll be right back. So yep, for my sinking funds, I will be putting away $578 towards my sinking funds. So if you remember, we had $1,633 left over after our fixed and variable expenses. If I subtract the $578 we're gonna be putting towards our sinking funds, That's gonna leave us with a balance of $1,055. Okay, and so the last thing we need to figure out is how much we're gonna be putting towards our savings challenges. And I think I'm going to put in a little bit less than what I normally do. And that's because we have to buy furniture. So my boyfriend and I basically have no furniture. I live in a studio apartment and I just have like my bed, a dining table, you know, a desk and my futon basically. And he also lives in a studio apartment. So like we just don't have a lot of furniture. So we need a couch, a dining table, a TV stand, like we need furniture. So I think we both decided that we are going to be putting away about $800 each towards the furniture. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and subtract that $800, and that will leave me with $255. So I'm gonna have $1,055 minus $800 that we're gonna be putting towards furniture, and that will leave me with $255 left over to put into saving challenges. Okay. So I'm going to be putting, let's say, looking at this, I'm gonna be putting, I will do $100 towards my $1,000 savings challenge. So that'll leave me with $155. Cash emergency, I'll put, let's put $50 towards my cash emergency. So that'll leave me with $105. And then let's put a nice $100 in my investing envelope because I have been neglecting that category. I'm gonna put $100 in it, and that will leave me with $5 left over. So we have our $255 that we had, and then if we subtract $255, that'll leave us with a total of $0 in our budget. So I hope this all was helpful. After, doing all that math, we have $0 left over, completing our zero-based budget. Every dollar has a purpose. Every dollar has a job for the month of June. And yeah, like I said in the beginning of the video, budgeting does not have to be complicated. It can be as simple or complex as you want it. And I choose, the more simple side of things. All right, guys, so with that is gonna go ahead and end my video. I wanna thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful and, starting your own budgeting journey, or maybe learn something new if you're already currently on one. If you did enjoy the video, please consider giving it a like, commenting, and then of course subscribing. I would really appreciate it. And with that, I will see y'all next time. Bye.